This is Lindsay Says, because somebody has to say it. I never thought I would say that. Welcome back, my Bravo besties. Okay, let me just get straight into this because last week, guess what? There wasn't a podcast, but guess what? I recorded one and I was up north with my family and we brought another family with us, our besties, and we were all hanging out and I decided, it's kind of chill right now. I'm going to record my podcast. There was horrible Wi-Fi at my family condo. I have no idea why the Wi-Fi is so horrible. I can barely post a video. And of course, I'm just still thinking like I'm going to be fine recording this. Nope. But I record the entire thing. It was chaos. We couldn't get Boone to go to sleep. And then I still went through and recorded it. I did a shorter podcast, thank goodness. And then I carried on with my day, downloaded it. And then on Sunday, I was going to edit it on the ride home from up north and realized that it's like not even there. Like I recorded 45 minutes and there were 7 minutes recorded. And so I was like, there's no way that I can re-record. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. And so then the second that we got home from up north with friends, and it's my parents' condo, so we have to clean it all, wash all the sheets. Like it's not like stopping by an Airbnb. Like we make the place clean before we go home. So then we drive 4 hours home. And the second that we get home, we had friends in town. Our friend is a major league umpire. So whenever he's umpiring for Detroit, he stays with us, which we love. But when you're staying on a trip with somebody for 4 days and then you come home to your house and then you have people over at your house, and he brought his brand new girlfriend who we love. But they were with us. And so we were just like, go, 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 go. So that is why I posted a little bit less this week and I didn't post my podcast. And, sometimes 2 days this week, there wasn't a show on and I just took a little mental health break because sometimes you need that. But we are back on track. However, there's not a whole lot to talk about right now. There's not a whole lot in Bravo. And because we've been so go, 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 and I felt like I needed a mental health break, I've decided I'm in the beginning steps of accepting that I think that I need an assistant of some kind, like at least a podcast assistant, or if you want to call it a producer. And I think I'm going to make a post maybe on Indeed or something, because I want them to be close by and be able to see them if necessary. But I want them to edit my podcast, post my podcast, also to YouTube. And then any cute clips could be posted to my second account for Lindsay Says, my second TikTok and Instagram account, because I just don't have time to do all of that. And that way we can make this podcast bigger. But I mean, whenever I think about having an intern, this is what it would be. It would be an intern. And I feel like somebody that's in production of some kind would want to do this for their resume. But I think about being Sonia and how Sonia didn't pay any of her interns. And so I don't want to be that. I want to like give money, but at the same time, it's an internship. So I'm going to talk that out with my husband. Maybe I'll bring that up at Ask Torre. But I'm in the beginning phases of accepting that I can't do this all by myself. And I got an email 2 days ago, in case you missed it, for one like millisecond, I was on Next Gen NYC in one of the billboard things on like the side of the building with all of the other TikTok creators and other YouTube creators and stuff. And they asked me for another clip, which is super interesting because it's a TikTok that I made this season. And it's about Riley and Ariana's friendship. So I'm wondering if things get really bad between them. And so yeah, I approved and signed it. And so I'm going to hopefully be on another episode. So look for that. Hopefully it's longer this time, because the last one, like when people say, oh my gosh, I saw you, I'm actually like in disbelief that you even caught that, to be honest. And I told you guys a while ago about those CeraVe pimple patches. And I just want you to know that I got the different ones. I'm wearing one on my chin right now if you're watching on YouTube. And you can't really see it until I point it out. But I have a huge pimple on my chin. Okay, it's embarrassing. And all you do is I put makeup on top of it, and then I put this pimple patch on top of it. But these ones, the CeraVe ones, I think are just like they cover, and so you don't like pick at it or something. But the different ones have like medication in them. So go look for those. Highly recommend. And another random thought, I just, I don't know why, I can't stop wondering what happened to Dara and KJ. Because it was like the reunion, they seemed to be doing so well, and he talked about, his mental health and how bad it got. And then he suddenly dropped Dara the next day, and I just need to know what happened. Is it going to be a mystery forever? All right, you guys, let's get into Say Less, Spill More. Say less, spill more. Starting off with the Valley. Okay, I made a post last week that went viral on Instagram, and my therapist specifically does not look at my posts because she just doesn't want it to become, she's a Bravo fan, and she just wants to talk to me, but it popped up because this was a bigger video, and I was just talking about Brittany's dress, and people in the comments were hating on me, okay? And I was going to ask my therapist about this post anyways, because I was like, people think that I'm being a mean girl, and I'm simply talking about the dress. And people in the comments are ripping her body apart, which I find disgusting. That's not what it's about. It's about fashion. And so my therapist, to make me feel better, I did not even know this, on Brittany's podcast, her and Schwartz were talking, and go listen to it. It's very cute. They're laughing about her dress and her choice and the fact that we're all ripping her a new one. And you guys, she's taking it very well. So people in my comments that are hating on me for just simply talking about a dress, she doesn't care. And guess what? She doesn't have a stylist. She's her stylist. So go listen to that. She's handling it very well. And we don't need to hate on me for hating on her dress. Okay? Thank you. In Next Gen NYC news, Ariana is single once again. She didn't really give a reason. She was talking to E! News about it, and then Bravo posted about it. And she also made a TikTok using the Ariana Grande sound about this phase is Ari or something like that. It's perfect because her name is Ariana. But they didn't give a reason. And I'm wondering if she's going to go back to Charlie. Because on this week's episode, which we'll get into, they're flirting big time. And speaking of Charlie, in the comments on Instagram, Charlie and Hudson were going at it. And Hudson said, Charlie is still a bitch and a whole bitch. And then Charlie said, so big and bad behind your phone. Where's this energy in person? Laughing face. 4 more episodes. We'll see who the bitch is. Oh my God. And Amira, Shai, and Ava are all posted GIFs of them eating popcorn and enjoying this. So this is going to get interesting. If you're not watching Next Gen, this is the next show. This is going to blow up. This is going to be the next scandal. I can almost promise you. I think Charlie is that messy. He's like a West Wilson. And in other Next Gen news, Brielle, Ariana's sister, her bigger sister, she's engaged, and she posted a picture of a dress that she tried on that she did not get. And that dress is very close to acquire. She's a TikTok person. She's huge. She just recently got married, and she's all about style. And she posted wearing a very similar dress to this. It's the same thing, only Acquired did it more tailored to her and changed the flowers. And so people thought that Brielle was shading her, but she was just posting a dress that she almost bought. And she was probably proud that she almost picked the same dress as her, very similar. She wasn't shading her. And she did say, she recently spoke out, Brielle, and said that she was not shading her. So people will always look at the negative. And it's something, that's why I needed to take a break this week, because people really look at the negative when it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to me just talking about a dress. I've talked about it before. When I talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta or anybody that doesn't look like me, I get comments, and it's hard to deal with sometimes. One day we'll get into that, but yeah, I can handle almost anything, but I don't like when people think that I am saying something that I am not. I just want everyone to get along, Was there ever a day where that's possible? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news. TMZ reported that Beverly Hills is filming once again, and Dorit was spotted filming. And I feel like I'm the only person that's happy that she's filming, because I don't know, I want to see what happens next. And she needs the money, you guys. Why would she write a book, put it out, and then not come back? If it's up to her, she's coming back. And I think that Bravo would bring her back because she's got a lot going on. Why wouldn't they bring her back? And Teddy Mellencamp posted that she has a new boyfriend in the Valley. She's 45 and he is 31. And you know what? Happy for her. Happy for her. I don't care who she's dating, what she's doing. She's alive. And it was not looking good for a while. So I want her to just have the happiest life possible. In Summer House news, this was last week, but I still wanted to talk about it, even though I tried to talk about it last week, it didn't work out. But Summer House is having a crossover on Captain Sandy's yacht. They just filmed it. Aisha is the chief stew. It's going to be adorable. I made a little post about it, and they're going to Greece, and it's going to be Jesse, Mia, Sierra, Bailey, Kyle, Carl, and Lindsay. And I can't wait. And I want to know what they're going to be doing on this boat. Like, is Sandy going to get involved? Are they going to be partying with the cat, like the crew? What is it going to be? Because there's no way that they're going to beat the drama. There's no way that they're going to beat the drama on Salt Lake City crossover. Real Housewives of Atlanta news. On Andy's radio show recently, he was asked by his friend if he would ever bring Kenya back, which we all know that she was kind of canceled because she brought out like revenge porn essentially on Brittany. But then Brittany was let go and there's a whole thing. I mean, whatever. So, but Kenya's iconic. She's iconic. And so he was asked if she would ever bring him back. He was asked if he would ever bring her back. And he said that he texted her recently about how much he misses her. And so there was no other response to that, but I'm hoping that means yes. Even though Atlanta's great right now, it doesn't really need much. In the city news, Katie DeLuca was on a podcast and spilled about her knowledge when it comes to Scamanda before Scamanda. And she learned the day before the statement, which is interesting because that's when I found out that it was real, was the day before. Because somebody was messaged by somebody in the cast, which I'm still not going to spill. But they told me, and there's a lot more to it, but I bet she just heard the same rumors. And then she showed up to Amanda's unannounced that day and said, I need to have a conversation with you. What the F is going on? And they had a disagreement in private, which is interesting. I wonder how they are now, even though Katie DeLuca did post a picture of Amanda with her weird bun, sipping an Aperol Spritz in the middle of like the height of Scamanda. So I think they're fine. I don't know. But she was told more about West's timing with Miha after her sit down with Lindsay, which I'm thinking is like the aftermath that we watched. And she told her not to go to Italy with him and so that he might drop you like a hot cake. Still waiting for that to happen because it's going to happen. And Amanda and Katie DeLuca said, do you really want to give up everything? What are you doing? And she was asked if she ever denied it prior to the announcement. And she said that she asked her and Amanda lied. So she's lying to everybody. I'm very interested to see if Katie DeLuca will be on In the City next season, if Amanda will, if West will, what is going to happen? All right, let's get into the Bravoholic Breakdown. Starting with Atlanta. This reunion part 1 is so adorable. How happy Andy is. And I know he's in a new relationship and he's in love, but like, this is different. Like, he clearly loves this cast. And the way that he had a round of applause about Drew bringing in a prop, like, we've never had a round of applause before. And this is like one of those like cut things like in a film. And remember how Kenya back in the day brought her fan and it was like flipping? I mean, she was doing it constantly kind of in their faces, but he was not loving the fan. And I'm wondering, like, I don't know, something's different. He loves this group. He loves this group of women, and they were killing it. And I think that Portia is what Andy loves the most about this group. I mean, she's the most fun. I think she's the most fun housewife. And we got to see Kelly's boyfriend with no mask on. Angela's dress is way prettier in video than in the picture, but it's already pretty in the picture. Just like seeing how it moves was stunning. And Andy said this was the best dressed Atlanta reunion, and I would agree. Andy said happy pride to Portia, and Shamia was like making eyes, and I don't know if it was the editing or what, but this whole episode I was getting a vibe like, why is Shamia like this? Like, does she have a crush on Portia or something? I feel like she's like negative about either the fact that Portia's happy or the fact that Portia is like out. I don't know what it is. But Phaedra said that she's running for office. Pinky is pregnant and her mom is pissed. I mean, due in December. She's got a lot going on. They all discussed their lesbian moments, and Phaedra's like the only one that hasn't had a moment. And Shamia said that she kissed a woman, but Portia was making eyes. Like, Portia knows something that we don't. And it seems like Drew and Black are not a thing anymore, and that she never really said, I love you. But then it's like, why? They never consummated the relationship. So then why did he buy you a horse? What the hell is that? And K. Michelle is saying that he lies and that he has legal issues, and that's why she pretends like she doesn't know who Black is, which is interesting. And we got to see the whole flashback of Portia, all the relationships she's gone through. And I'm just so happy that she's happy. She's gone through so much shit. Maybe that's why she's lesbian now, because she's just like given her time to men. You know, I feel like that happens a lot. And Shamia gave like a little speech saying years of knowing for her, happy for her, want her to find love, happy pride. Like the whole thing was fake. And Portia just won't even look at her. She despises her. You can tell. But imagine being besties with somebody forever and then they're at their happiest now that you're not around. Because I think she's like a soul sucker. And for a moment, Kelly and Angela were arguing about like selling a house or something. And Andy was telling them to stop and they weren't stopping. And I thought he was going to walk off the stage. But he loves these women so much that he just grabbed the prop and was like participating. It's like he's a part of the show. And then K. Michelle and Portia kind of get into it because of the mutual guy that they both dated. And it just makes me sad because I feel like they're both like my favorites. Like I feel like they could be the new Phaedra and Portia. Like they have such fun personalities. I love both of them. I never want K. Michelle to leave us. And I just feel like they started off on the wrong foot. Like they could have been so good. And you can tell that they're both sad about it, but that K. Michelle has a wall up, and it's because of all the hurt she's gone through in her life with other women. And honestly, I understand that. But you got to put the wall down, especially if you're going to be on this show with them. But it's also so funny because she's afraid to be friends with them, but then like says that they've changed her life and she like roots for them. But then it's sad. And Drew wanted to be friends with K. Michelle too, and things started off wrong with them too. It's always like the mutual dude, like Black and whoever this other guy is. And it's like, can we just not think about these guys and just think about ourselves and this is a show about women. Who cares about these dudes? And I get K. Michelle's take about the miscarriage thing, but I really think that Portia wanted to be her friend. And people come for me for my opinion on Portia. She's one of my favorites of all time, okay, if not my favorite. And I know she's had her moments of being toxic in her stuff, but you realize that people, like, it seems like she's gone to therapy. Like, people change. I'm not who I was 10 years ago. Not even close. People who know me 10 years ago do not know me right now. I think we need to understand that she's not the same person. She's happy. She's good. But then they quickly like end this episode because clearly a can of worms was opened because K. Michelle and Shamia don't like each other right now. And I need to know more. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Road Trip. You guys, if you're not watching this and you love Housewives since day one, why are you not watching this? Because it is gold. And you want to know what? If you haven't watched Housewives the way that we have, go watch it because you might learn about these women and want to watch the earlier days. Vicky is Vickying, and I love all of these women. I love all of them, even if they're psycho, because there are psychos. And I missed Ultimate Girls Trip so much, and I missed Nene Leakes so much, and her laugh, and the way that she like opened up the episode, opened up the whole series. Iconic. And Portia is a girl's girl, that she's sharing her spotlight with Nene because I think they both understand that it could have been either of them in that position. And Lisa Barlow is just so freaking funny on this show. She is, people do not respect her as a housewife enough. There aren't enough Lisa Barlow fans. They want to hate her. She is so funny. She's harmless, you guys. Seriously. But Giselle said on Watch What Happens Live that Lisa was the most annoying. But you know what? I could see that they wouldn't fully mesh. And they do all the flashbacks of like all of their relationships. And Teresa ChatGPT'd who's the most iconic housewife, and it was her. And honestly, I think I understand that. And Vicky's hosting first because it's in Orange County, and she gives them all snore machines because she's always snoring, and she also shows them all like her insurance company. Hilarious. And Luann and Giselle are friends because of Love Hotel, which I did not think about until she said that. And Teresa and Lisa are bonding. Teresa and Lisa. I mean, they sound like they should be best friends, Teresa and Lisa. And I love it. I love it. And they go on this yacht for the day and they have cardboard cutouts of all of their first seasons and they're all dying because they don't look like that anymore. And Vicky says that Teresa looks the most different. She is like coming for Teresa because then also Teresa was venting about her time going to prison and how she like trusted Joe Giudice. And she was venting, she was letting it all out. And Vicky made it about like how she needs to lecture Teresa rather than listening. She was making it about herself. Insane. Vicky has not changed at all. And Luann said that Vicky is Ramona-esque, and I've never heard anything more accurate. And imagine being a housewife for a second. Like, think about it overall. Like, you're friends with all of these women. There's almost 200 housewives, and they all, like, know of each other. What a bond it would be. And, like, to have an iconic line, like something that you just said, be, like, a famous thing. It must be wild to be a housewife. And then there was an argument about who put housewives on the map between Orange County and New York. And like for me, it was Orange County, but I think for the majority of fans, it was New York. Like that's what amped it up. And Kyle is fun on this. She's like the old Kyle. She's not drinking, but she's doing the splits. She's twerking around. She's having fun because she's not competing with the women on her show. She knows that she's with the big timers. And Teresa and Lisa were talking about Teresa's wedding hair. And Lisa said that it was like The Godfather and then said that those are her people. I feel like not many people could say that to Teresa. And then Vicky was venting to Giselle and a couple people on the yacht about Tamra and how she's like worried about filming with her this season, which who wouldn't be? And who knew that Giselle had more alliance to Tamra? Like who knew that Giselle and Tamra were friends? Were they on a show together? And Giselle's hair is wild because they're at a 80s party and then Tamra comes in so loud. I think she was like already drugged up or drinking or something like that. And then she came for Shannon for her drinking. And it was really out of nowhere. It was just because Shannon isn't bowing down because Shannon won't let her in fully anymore. It's ridiculous. Narcissism. And Kyle is so fun that she played a prank on Vicky and made them all get into a family van that stunk. And they all fell for it and they were all like pissed. Some of them were laughing. Gina Q is there and they showed the clip of Tamra throwing water in her face on Watch What Happens Live. And Vicky seemed so upset that they showed that. Or maybe that they didn't mention that Gina is sick or something like that. But she just went through her last round of radiation apparently. And I hope that means that she's doing better. I'm not like a pro on any of that. And Portia said that she thinks that Heather Dubrow is a cool girl. And I want them to be friends. And Kyle doesn't know who Joe was from season 1. And Vicky gives a speech at the Quiet Woman. Yeah, they're all at the Quiet Woman. And Tamra has rollerblades on. And Vicky's giving a speech about Slade and Gretchen of all people. Like, this is what you're going to do with your moment of 20 years. This is what you're going to do. And there's like frames and like these candles and she's hating on them for making fun of her nose and calling her Miss Piggy. And it's like, you should have just had them in there. Just bring them in. And then Luann smashed the frame. I need more of this. I want them to do this again. And then Tamra is pissed at Vicky because Giselle tells Tamra what Vicky said. And then they realize that Giselle was just spinning it. And then now Vicky hates Giselle. So Vicky's kind of arguing with Giselle and Luann. And I think I heard that she had an argument with Portia in the first couple of episodes. So we'll see. The Valley reunion part 2. I'm proud of them for having 3 episodes of a reunion this season because this season was hard to watch. By the way, I saw Zach somewhere in the comments. I think it was on Threads or something. Somebody complaining about the Valley being brutal to watch this season. He said, thank you so much for doing this. That means a lot. Like, I know it's something along the lines of like, I know it's a brutal season, but next season will be better. So it better be. They're talking more about how Jesse is broke and that he took out a $300,000 loan and that he put it into his personal account. I don't know what to believe because we did see his card fail, but he's not wrong. That happens when you go on vacation. That's happened to me just like in Florida before, and I live in Michigan. And Lacey doesn't know what they're talking about, and she said that she would never pay for a man, and I just love that about her. I also love how she said that she doesn't say I love you back and that she always just says thank you. This is just who she is, and it's funny. And Tom Schwartz says that he would love to bend a knee one more time for his girlfriend. He seems very smitten with this girl. I hope we get to see her next season and, you know, maybe she'll have another chance and not wear those sunglasses. And Tom said that he made all of his money back from TomTom, but like, did he make money as well or is he just even? And Zach is crying because he doesn't want kids. Like he wants to provide them a stable life, which makes me so sad because I feel like he makes good money from the show. I feel like he could provide a stable life unless he's talking about like his lifestyle. And Luke and Kristen say that they're doing better, but I don't think they're doing better. And say that they're having sex more, but it doesn't sound like they're having fun. And Luke said that he didn't want to go to Watch What Happens Live with Kristen because they weren't going to have fun. And it's like, that shouldn't be your expectation for a trip right now. Like if you want to bring your kid, it's probably not going to be that fun, or it's not going to be what it used to be. It could be family fun. And yeah, your kid needs to adjust to sleep, or just don't adjust them to the sleep. And then just go back if it's a short trip from LA to New York. Just don't adjust them to the time. I don't think they're ever getting married. And it's interesting seeing them right next to Zach, who's worried about giving his child that's not even born yet a stable life. And then them like talking about how they're not even going to get married. And everybody's different. It's just comparing the two. Like, it's just wild to see. And Brittany's only mad at certain people when they hang out with Jax. Like, she gives Janet and Jason a pass for a lot. And I think what it is that she just likes Janet more than the rest. And Jasmine flips out on Danny and everybody for like blaming everything on the kids. And I think they took it wrong. Like she doesn't get what it's like having kids, which she doesn't. And you really don't get what it's like having kids until you have them. But I understand both sides because she's saying like, stop using this as an excuse. Stop acting like a bad person just because you have kids and like drinking because you have kids and all this stuff. Like, I understand where she's coming from, somebody that has kids. I get what she's saying. But Danny says that he got his life threatened online, which if you're doing this kind of thing, stop doing that. Don't message these people discussing things. We don't do that. That's not what we're doing here. We're talking about the bad behavior. Leave them alone. You don't put bad with bad. You don't threaten somebody's life or make them feel like crap. Talk about it in a mature manner. Okay? Be thoughtful about what you're saying. Don't just say mean things to people. Maybe they could learn if you're saying it in a thoughtful way rather than yelling at somebody. They're not going to hear you if you're yelling at them and threatening them. Even if he's a bad person, you don't mix bad with bad. Like, what are you doing? But Janet sees Danny upset about that, and then she's crying about it because I think she's relating that to what she's gone through. And then Kristen cried about what Janet went through. And it's like, can you all just understand that you're going through the same thing and maybe we can move past this? And I don't really like Danny. I don't really like any of them that much, okay? But like, you don't have to like everybody on a TV show to make a good TV show. Just make a good TV show next season. So Danny says that he hasn't been intoxicated since whatever they were talking about, which I don't believe. I think it was since Janet threw the drink, which whatever. And he said he hasn't been drinking heavily. And then they talk about how Jasmine just had a wedding and he did something to Jesse. And then they like, nobody's saying what it is because they want Jesse to say it. And then they went to be continued. And I can't wait to hear what it is because this season, Jesse was sticking up for Danny's drinking and maybe he won't be doing that now. Next Gen NYC. I'm obsessed with the way they film this show. I made a post about it. I love how they have the TikToks. I love how they show behind the scenes for BravoCon, all of their thoughts about the fans and all of these things, what they were doing after BravoCon, in the hallways at BravoCon. I love every second of it. And I loved hearing them say that they were honored to get their award and that it wasn't just like, oh, whatever. Like, I never considered that somebody would be like really excited receiving that. Do you get what I'm saying? And Charlie is gross about Ariana. He's like so happy to show everyone that Ariana has a crush on him at the very least and is like flirty with him and wants to sit by him at dinner and stuff like that. And that's all he cares about. I don't think he actually likes her. I think that he sees her as, what's the word? Like a chase. There's a different word I was looking for, but whatever. I think that he just wants to prove to himself. Like he doesn't actually have feelings for her in any way. I think he's a full-blown narcissist. And I also think it makes it more fun for him that Liam's at home and he can't be there and that he's got his in right now. And so he's going to shoot his shot and Hudson's not there and blah, blah, blah. It's gross. But Amira said that Charlie's been into her since the moment that he met her. And I think I see that, but like she was also in a relationship. So you're kind of gross for even thinking that. But Gia and her boyfriend are talking because he hates being on camera. Obviously, like he's so anti-drama, which is so interesting for him to be anyway involved in the Giudice family because of everything with the Gorgas, Joes, and the Bahamas. Like you're marrying into this family and you don't like camera time and you don't like drama. But I think that he isn't going to want to do this one day. And And Gia said that it would be a hard decision to choose between him and this lifestyle because this is all she's known since she was 8. I mean, think about her viral song like waking up in the morning. Like, this is her life, and I don't think that she would give it up for him. But Brooks and Shy are not happy with each other, and I honestly don't really get the beef. I don't really get it. I don't really care. I like Shy. I like both of them. I just don't get their beef. So then Ariana gives up her first class seat for Charlie. Honestly, I think he's such a shitty person that he would be the type of person that would be like, well, then I guess I'm taking your first class seat. Like, do not give up something like that for a guy. She's like not even letting him chase her at this point. This is a red eye after BravoCon. I would do anything for that spot. There's no way that I would give that up for people. No. For Charlie? No. And then, but everyone's picking up on them flirting at dinner. All the cameras are on them. They're talking about it. And Liam's at home planning a date for her, which I genuinely don't know if he's love bombing her or if he's just being sweet. I can't tell. But there's a Friendsgiving party coming, and they're bringing a dish together, Liam and Ariana. But then Charlie's making it seem like they've been banging for a while and that Ariana just doesn't want it on camera. And I don't know what to believe. And the reason why I believe him is because it's already come out in the tabloids that they've banged. So I just hope that right now she's not going back to Charlie because she's single. But he doesn't respect her. I made a whole post about what I think about what's going on here. All right, let's get into episode 4 of House of Stassi. I've been taking it week by week. I have not seen episode 5 yet because I want to just slowly take it in. And I think that's how they should have aired House of Stassi. I think that's the best way for anyone to take it in. But also, like, I can't talk to you guys about 7 episodes at once. It's got to be slow. But Stassi said that reality TV solves more problems than it creates, which I have never heard. Also, I made a whole recap about all of the stuff that I think. But then there's a group of girls that go out for lesbian night. And Taylor takes this time to argue with Katie. By the way, Katie brings Dana from Vanderpump Rules, which is so interesting to see her here because Stassi and Dana have never been on TV together before because Dana kind of took her spot right after Stassi got canceled. But it just feels like Katie didn't say what Christina was saying and kind of spun it to piss off Taylor. I don't think she was doing that intentionally, but that's what happened. And then Taylor was pissed because I think she must just feel like, is Stassi just my friend because we work together? And so she kind of like nailed it on the head, what maybe bothers her. But they kind of go at it. And I think they're being a little bit too hard on Katie. Like, I think Katie is being brave coming into this group. And they think that she just wants the spotlight, but she could easily get the spotlight back. She's got a lot going on for herself, too. I'm sure she was asked to do things. But they rent a mansion for staycation. And Chrishell was there. And Chrishell and Stassi are venting about the shows that they were brought up on. But, like, you guys, it's not that... It brought you to this point. I'm sorry, like, people are so against Stassi, and I know I'm only on I finished episode 4. But so far, I just think that he's a little bit ungrateful. And you're a parent, you signed up to be a parent. This is what it is. This is how hard it is. And she's working. And I don't disagree that, like back in the day, it was the opposite. And yeah, it's not easy, but I think that they just need to have a discussion that Stassi needs to help more. And Bo needs a little bit more free time. But like, other than that, like, this is what parenting is. If I'm not working, the second that I close my laptop or I close my phone, when the kids go to sleep, I'm watching Bravo. I am nonstop working. It's a lot. That's just being a parent. Georgia thinks that Georgie is like a coward with Stassi, that she's like a bad bitch behind her back, but then like cowers when it's time to actually say what she thinks to Stassi. And it seems like Katie and Stassi are back to normal. And Katie said that she's always loved Christina, and Stassi is basically demanding that Katie and Christina talk it out because she's the producer, and she's like demanding that they talk about it on the show, which is interesting to see the producer from that perspective. And it was funny when they got to the mansion, Bo said that he wants sexy time, and Stassi immediately said, okay, I need to go grab more wine. But everyone thinks that Georgie and Rob have banged, which I do not know yet. And I even saw them in person at that premiere party. And I think they were hanging by each other a lot. When I was talking to either of them, I think they were by each other, but I think they're just friends. But they've kind of all asked both of them if they've done it. And then Beau is really hard on Rob because I think that Beau doesn't realize that he's being hard on Rob because maybe he doesn't love his life right now. Like things are really hard being with his kids all day long and not working, not having time for himself. And I think he might be a little bit jealous of Rob's freedom. And then he's switching it into like, Rob, you just want to be like 20 years old, banging 20-year-olds and stuff. But I get what Rob's saying. Everyone his age is taken. And maybe he had too much fun a little bit too long, like a Shep or something like that. But I think he's nicer than Shep. He is nicer than Shep. I've met both of them. But I think that they're projecting on each other, but Rob was very open and he's like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm jealous of you guys. Like I want what you guys have. I think that Beau needs to be a little bit nicer to everybody. Maybe he needs therapy. But then Rob said that he was almost a dad at one point and he even told his parents, which I find so weird. Who tells their parents before taking a test? What? But Georgie said that she knew about it, but then like behind closed doors, it looks like they've been banging for 6 months and that they didn't tell anybody about it. And Stassi's pissed off that there's secrets going around. But Beau gets mad at Stassi because she's just excited that the show is working and he's mad for being involved in drama. But it's like, then don't do this show. Don't do the show then. He also said that she makes herself look dumb when she didn't even really do anything. She kind of just sat there and produced. All right, Real Housewives of Orange County. I mean, I'm not obsessed with this show right now. It genuinely feels a little bit like work watching this show right now, but I absolutely love Carmela, and I think she's the future of this show, and I want to know more about her, and I want her to leave her boyfriend. And all of the women, I think, are kind of projecting onto Carmela, like they're like mad about her job and mad about her helping Jen and mad about whatever, like that gift. Like get over it. What's so bad about the gift? I don't understand. But they go to Vegas and I loved them landing and there was a pink limo. Like I want that. And then they went straight into like that Vegas feathery hat thing and they're like dancing and they all looked so good. And at one point, Carmela accidentally calls Shannon Janet in their confessionals, which was hilarious because Shannon's the nicest one to Carmela and like sticks up for Carmela. And Gina is pissed at Shannon for talking for Carmela because she wants to hear what Carmela has to say. Gina's wound up right now. And I think it's because of Emily, because Emily has changed a lot. And Gina's pissed at Emily because Emily told Carmela that Gina didn't like the gift she gave, which as a best friend, if you're really best friends, you shouldn't be telling somebody that at all. And I think that Gina is afraid of Emily. But then Heather is pissed that Gina and Emily always stay together on trips and she specifically doesn't want them to stay together because she thinks they gossip behind the scenes. But I think that Heather's projecting because Heather wants a buddy and she's jealous that she doesn't have a buddy. And she tried to have a buddy in probably Tamra and Vicky and tried to have a buddy in Jen and even Jen didn't want to do it. So I think she's jealous of Gina and Emily's friendship. And Emily is really having some struggles at home with her kids. And she just like prioritizes her one child who has a lot of struggles, and I understand why, but like her daughter seems to just be going through it hard. And they forced her to go downstairs and got like a designer for her room. And it's like, I wish that Emily would just take the time to spend time with her daughter and like maybe you guys do it together and make her love her room a little bit more. But she said on Watch What Happens Live that she's in therapy to be a better mom. Then we see Carmela and her boyfriend's like all worried if everyone's talking about how he cheated and it sounds like he was in an affair, not just like a small thing, which still isn't good. I wouldn't accept any of it. But I think Carmela is just staying with him because she wants to show her kids a stable home. But like a stable home is not somebody that cheats on somebody. They don't want to be with him. Go find somebody else. And Jen says that she would not get in the little chapel and get married. And she claims that it's because of her kids, that she wants her kids there. But I think there's more to it. I think she doesn't fully trust Ryan's finances or something. But Gina and Emily talk and they figure it out pretty quickly. And Gina thinks that Emily was lying down because she was wrong. But on Watch What Happens Live, Emily said that wasn't the case. I think that they're having a fallout. Maybe that will make them more interesting. And Shannon was flipping out about hearing an elevator from her room, and it's like, get a sound machine, get the sound machine app, turn on a fan, turn on a bathroom fan, you're gonna be fine, go to sleep. And Emily was talking about how she got married at the Bellagio to Shane, and somebody was like, how did you know that he was the one that quickly? And she said, I still don't know. Are they okay? Somebody recently said that another housewife is separated from their husband, and I wonder if it's Shane and Emily. And Gina and Shannon are getting into it again because Gina thinks that Shannon is talking for Carmela. And I don't know that Gina wants to get to know Carmela. I think she wants to see Carmela get stuck. But nothing's even happening. It's a decent season, you guys. I just want it to change a little bit. It's really not that bad, but it's just like a little bit hard to watch right now. I want a little bit of a switch up. All right, let's get into Ask Torre the Bravoholic.
Ask Torre the Bravoholic.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and your segment. We're back for Ask Torre.
Long time no see.
Because you were gone 2 weeks ago, and then last week there was technical difficulties.
Yep. And we just, it's been a while. I don't even know if there's much going on to talk about, but let's see what you can come up with.
There's not a whole lot to talk about, but I think I've decided that I think I need to get an assistant.
Well, I'm not doing a good job.
No, like somebody to edit my stuff.
I mean, you can do that. I just don't know. How do you know that person's going to edit what you want to say,
We would have a meeting, and I would post it on Indeed and be like, hey, here, like, listen to what this is what your job would be, and this is what I would want you to cut out.
I don't think we post it on Indeed. I think you just go to your social media and say, hey, I'm looking for
in Michigan, though, because I want to be able to see them. And then they could edit all of my things, and then maybe I would have time to do more, and they could post clips onto social media.
Potentially, that's something we got to look at.
Like if they're in production or something at a university close by.
Sure, there's many
internship with slight fees.
Slight fees?
With slight income.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. This is kind of being dropped on me out of nowhere, so I just got off the treadmill. I just kind of came up here.
It was just a thought when I was taking a shower. I have a lot of thoughts in the shower.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
What did you think about Ultimate Girls Trip?
I don't mind it. I'm not a diehard. Like, these women aren't like getting me going, Because
you weren't around in the beginning. Like, this is your first time ever.
I mean, I do know every single one of them, so I've seen recent, but I don't know. It's not like I've known them for 18 years.
But you're a newer fan. Like, you're not like me.
Why didn't you do like a breakdown of like who every woman will? You know what I mean?
Do we really need that? I don't think so.
There's a lot of me's that are watching you that aren't fully aware of what's going on.
How can you not be aware of Vicky, Giselle, Portia, Kyle, Luann?
Well, I am so sorry. See, this is the problem. I'm so sorry I didn't know the whole history of. That's your job to teach people.
It's not my job to teach people. It's my job to give my opinion.
Okay. Well,
right? Everyone else can watch and learn.
All right.
On television.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, what do you think about Vicky? Because this is your first time ever watching Vicky Gunvalson this season.
She reminds me of like my aunt. No filter. Like, just blabbermouth before people are done talking. Yeah, I mean, just shut up.
Isn't she insane?
No, she's like has so many screws loose.
I feel like she's the perfect example of like people don't change. She's exactly the same.
I don't. Yeah, all I've seen is her doing a keg stand. Is that her?
That's the first episode I ever watched of Housewives. Was her doing a keg stand. I forced you to watch that recently.
Yeah, so that's all I got of her. I mean,
when you think about, you know how people say who's your Mount Rushmore of the Housewives?
Yeah. Who's
your Mount Rushmore? Like, based on your knowledge. Don't be like, oh, well, people really like this person. Who is your Mount Rushmore?
Lisa Barlow.
I knew you were going to say her.
I like Giselle.
You love Giselle. I think Potomac is one of your absolute faves.
Who else?
You have to pick two more.
Who's on the... I can't even think of names.
You have to. You know them all.
What shows? Give me some shows and name some names.
Orange County.
Name some names.
Shannon, Tamra, Heather Dubrow, Vicky Gumbelson,
Um,
Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, Meredith Marks.
Oh, I like, well, you got to throw Teresa Giudice on there. I'm not even that familiar with her, but I know she is.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, I just got to throw in like a Meredith Marks. I don't want to go all Salt Lake City.
You can't pick another Salt Lake City. You can't. Atlanta, Potomac, New Jersey. You've done Potomac, New Jersey, Salt Lake City. You have to pick like a Beverly Hills and Orange County or a Miami.
I don't know. I don't have a Mount Rushmore.
That's fine. I feel like you would have picked Tamra Judge.
No, I wouldn't have. I would not have. Who's on? I mean, Kathy Hilton's not really a.
You can pick Kathy Hilton.
That's who I thought about, but she doesn't seem like she's like really.
She's not
one of them. I mean, I could put Karen Huger. These are all like people that
you can't
I know.
The show.
What about someone from the OC? Did I already say somebody?
You didn't.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to cut that segment out because I can't really think much of it. But
would you have picked another housewife to be on Ultimate Girls Trip?
Like I don't think so. I mean, who would you have picked?
I pretty much like who they picked.
Because again, I would like multiple people from the same show. Are there people from the same show? Or are they all separate?
They're all separate. But I would have loved for Alexia from Miami to join.
They just screwed Miami in general.
Yeah, it makes me really mad.
Yeah.
On a regular day.
Well,
just sitting there.
Yeah, that show, I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, it seems like people can start getting pissed off at each other. It'll probably get pretty heated.
Yeah. What do you think about the Summer House and Below Deck crossover?
Can't wait. It's not going to be as... I just know that Summer House, they're going to have like fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's not going to be solid. I don't even see them getting into like a big fight. I think it's going to be partying with the crew.
But it's also Captain Sandy instead of Jason.
Well, right. And what's Captain Sandy going to do? Like nothing?
Do you think she's going to mingle with them?
No. She doesn't even like drink. I mean, I know she's recovering alcoholic, but she doesn't like, she's not. Jason would. You at least with Jason, you could be like, oh, I wonder if he did do anything when the cameras were off.
He might have like, well, it seemed like he just was hanging out with the housewives.
Yeah. Captain Sandy's not bringing much to the table with the younger crew. I think you're going to see Aisha, whoever else is crewing on the crew. And, yeah, I mean, what drama could there really be on Summer House on that boat? Everyone that was there are like best friends.
I hope somebody starts to hook up in that group.
I don't know. Who would it even be?
Jesse and Mia.
Why don't you do a post on that? Like, who do you think potential Summer House hookups could be within the cast?
Because it's Jesse, Mia, Sierra, Bailey,
yeah.
Carl, Kyle, Lindsay.
Bailey and Carl probably. Well, she has a boyfriend, Lindsay. I thought.
She has a boyfriend, and like I think that Carl and Lindsay could be going to town.
They're not going to.
You don't think they're going to at least make out?
What kind of town are they going to?
Make out town? Did you know that you just banged that so hard?
Yeah, whatever. I'm excited for that just because I like the crossover. I wish they did more crossovers. Like some of these shows need a crossover to save their season. You know who needs a crossover?
Orange
County. Valley. Maybe the Valley and Orange County should go to dinner.
Well, I think that Lacey should be a housewife on Orange County. I just made the post. I haven't posted it yet.
She's doing pretty good. She's kind of handling her own.
She's freaking funny.
I know. I just, if Jesse rides the coat, hey, like I feel like Jesse is.
He grew on me, honestly. Jesse grew on me, and I know that I'm biased about Lacey, but I feel like she could be a housewife. She's funny. Yeah. I like her better than a lot of the housewives in Orange County.
She's good. She's good.
Do you think that if you were to change Orange County, what would you do? Because it's to be completely honest with you, it's just not very good. What?
Lift your neck up for everybody. You like rubbing chocolate all over your throat? What do we?
Oh my God.
Did you try to insert a protein bar through your neck?
Do you know how busy I am?
How did you get chocolate?
That's why I need
on
an
your
assistant.
throat?
I need the assistant to feed me. That's why I need them nearby.
Okay, so Orange County, what would I change? You don't just do like a 20-year like happy season.
What?
Like the greatest hits. They're just forcing it.
But how would you, like, who would you freaking cut from Orange County?
You need the new Carmela girl.
Yeah.
And you need to add on to that. You can't just have these.
That's exactly, I just made the post. I haven't posted it yet. I said we need to circle around Carmela.
You need to add more people like her. You can't have all the vets, the good old girls club. There's nothing new. We need a complete revamp. Hey, let's create a hall. Okay, there's another post idea. Create a hall of fame for your housewives.
And then retire them instead of putting them on pause.
And we're going to do a Bravo Hall of Fame induction every single year at BravoCon. Take my idea if you'd like. That should be a post.
But they kind of did that with, like, they've given an award to Vicky and they gave an award to Candy.
I guess, but they should be done. Retire them. Or
it's time. We need to be done with the word pause. Unless you are absolutely uncertain. Don't use the word pause anymore. Like, I think Vicky needs to retire.
Vicky Gunvalson?
Vicky Gunvalson?
Hey, the Vicky Gunvalson Bravo Hall of Fame. Just name it after her.
No, I think that she should be the first to retire.
I thought she kind of was.
Like, be the one to be like, well, I guess other people have, like, quit. But I think that she should just be like, I'm retired.
There's got to be, like, you are truly, like, a Hall of Famer. There's got to be.
But it's also just, like, reminding me of your WWE stuff.
Maybe that's where I'm getting the ideas from.
Because, like, people are like,
come out of retirement.
But they always come out of retirement.
And that's okay.
And I barely pay attention.
Housewives and WWE have a lot more in common than you think.
No. WWE is way more fake.
I mean,
it is.
You could really put that up to the test.
Okay, what do you think is more fake? Housewives or... You saw filming for Southern Charm. You were right there.
WWE is a scripted show.
And what do you think about after you saw filming for Southern Charm? You were right there.
Well,
all night.
The editing can make it anything they want to make it. Am I right? The editing can make the show whatever they want it to. What we saw was a bunch of guys playing pool and drinking and talking to chicks.
And snapping pool 6 1/2. You want to know something? I started to get a little bit nervous.
What, that you might be on that episode?
Yeah, because did you see Next Gen NYC when they were like kind of hanging out in Vegas and they stumbled upon this group of women at BravoCon and they were clearly tipsy and they clearly signed some sort of waiver and like they showed them for a while.
But you didn't do anything. You like,
what if they show me asking Austin about Sally and him being rude?
I don't know, but I feel like I purposely tried to not like look their way that often because the cameras weren't like pointing at us.
Yes, they were.
I mean, at the bar at one point, but
when Rodrigo and Whitner were talking right there, I was like the first person right behind them.
Well,
I'm a little bit nervous about that.
What, do you feel like you're going to look dumb?
I don't think I'm going to look dumb. I just think I'm not like prepared.
You're not mic'd up.
Neither were those women that were walking by.
Well, that's fine. You're not going to say anything stupid.
I didn't say anything stupid. But the editing.
Ask them for your number, for their number.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted all of their numbers. I have the hots for all of those men.
I didn't really start talking to Austin or Shep until the cameras were down, I don't think. I think the cameras were down at that point. We were sitting at the bar with them.
When Austin was sitting next to me, I think that he was still mic'd up.
Maybe.
When you went and talked to him.
Maybe.
I think. But you didn't have to sign anything. I did.
Yep.
Okay.
But when you walked in the bar, they made a comment that said you could be on film.
Yeah. But they didn't make you I think that you approved of your face being shown, but I think signing is like I approve of like all of it.
Maybe. Or that only like hot chicks had to sign something because they're trying to show that the guys are mingling because they're single. Who knows?
Well, they were weird. I go back to that sometimes. How interesting they are.
Yep. Well, how do we get on this topic? Oh, WWE. That's right. Anyway.
I'm starting to get nervous.
Let's go back to the OC revamp. We already would discuss that.
Okay, now I want to ask you about Next Gen. Because I think that show is blowing up at the moment. But you fell asleep during it.
Did I?
Yeah.
What happened?
Do you remember like what Charlie was saying about Ariana?
Was it behind a closed door?
He was saying to the producer when he was
I remember him saying, like, if I had sex with her yesterday.
Thank you.
I remember that.
That he wouldn't be saying it right now?
Yeah, but I don't get it.
He's saying what happened without saying it. Like, it's his loophole to not say it.
Oh, I didn't know that he was admitting that they did that at that point.
Yeah.
They were trying to get something out of him. He was like, I'm not saying it. If I had sex with her yesterday, I wouldn't tell you today.
Oh, I think that he was saying it. And then in the bathroom with Shy, he was saying, yeah, she wants to play it cool on cameras, but I'm going to act the same way. Like he basically said that they've been hooking up. Man,
well, that show is good. I do enjoy that. You know, I see people rip on even like the Brooks guy. Is that Meredith Marks? Is he that bad on the show?
He's just, this is kind of like how he acts.
I know, but I think you need that, some kind of guy.
I think that he's a good character to have. Right. Not everyone is going to be
I don't think there's
front and center.
I don't think you mix and match that crew yet, unless you wanted to add somebody important. I think it's a pretty good show.
I think they're great. Yeah, the only way that I would change anything is if another housewife's child moved to the city.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
But wouldn't you say that Charlie's going to be the next big villain?
That guy is like a loser.
I know.
Like he is like the douche of douche.
Like Wes Wilson.
Yeah, but Wes is actually kind of cool sometimes.
It's an act.
This guy is Wes Wilson wasn't a silver spoon. What's it called? Silver fork, golden fork spoon, handed stuff on a silver platter. I don't think he was like that. This guy, okay, he's like a crypto guy.
I don't know much about it. And he's also
seems like he's kind of a criminal. He seems like the slimiest of slime balls.
I could not imagine sweet little Ariana having a time with him. It's disgusting, actually.
She is the most normal, and she
so
could be the next star of Bravo.
She's really so nice, like really nice, nice to everyone. The fact that I just was walking around this party, like right next to her, and like she showed me her mom on FaceTime. How sweet is she?
I know.
I really love her.
Yep.
So I don't want her to get in with the wrong people.
Me neither. And Charlie is not one of them, but her boyfriend, I just go for.
They broke up.
I know. Go for somebody else.
But
the guy owns like all the fast food places in the world. So.
As a young 20-something-year-old who's only dated this Hudson guy, and he has a private jet and stuff, that would be hard to walk away. Do not jingle that.
Yeah. It would be hard to walk away, I guess, if you're in for the wrong reasons.
I know. I'm just saying she's having fun. Okay, let's think about any other.
We've been up north. We've been in Vegas for work, New York for work. What did we even watch? I don't even remember watching anything last week.
Because you didn't. I did.
Golly.
It's been insane. And I'm like blind as a bat. And I have glasses now.
What other issues do you have in your life? These all sound like first world problems.
I guess we can talk a little bit about the Valley. Did you watch?
I guess.
What did you think about Jasmine yelling at them about parenting?
About Luke?
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to be a parent because it's your excuse for everything. Do you think that she was like overstepping because she doesn't know what it's like to have a child, or do you think she had a right to say something?
And anyone who doesn't have children, that's your choice not to have children. You already think you can't be a good parent, or you don't want to yourself, like not selfish. You just want to live your own life. That's fine. You can't. Oh, see, it's all for her to tell parents how to parent, or this is why I don't want to parent because you guys are always so busy. It's ridiculous. Just one part of your life, And
don't you think it's more responsible for Zach to be like, yeah, I don't want kids because I want a stable home. And then you flip it and Kristen and Luke aren't even married yet and they're talking about having a second child?
Yeah, it's responsible of him?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because they don't even want to get married. They don't like each other.
I could see Luke and Kristen breaking up and having the deal. That's their issue though.
Kind of hope they do.
But yeah, I mean, look, there's parents that can pull stuff like this off, and if you're reality TV, you're on camera, you're expected to do stuff constantly. I understand it's probably a little different than reality, but
right. What did you think about Janet crying when Danny was talking about getting hate and their apologies to each other.
So was she crying because of like being like sexually assaulted or whatever she said?
No, he was saying that he got his life threatened online because of all of this.
And she cried because of that?
She was probably reflecting on what's happened to her. And then Kristen was crying.
I don't know. Janet, I don't know what to think of Janet.
I need to, something needs to change in the Valley because I still don't like love Janet, and I don't love Kristen, and I don't love Michelle, and I don't love Brittany.
That seems like you don't like the show. You just named half the cast.
There needs to be a number one girl in the group. There isn't.
Michelle's trying to be the number one
She's
girl.
trying. I just still don't like love her. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's Michelle.
Is she?
Like
have we confirmed that? She
No.
broke up with Dr. Dre, or is that just a business meeting?
We don't know. But
Right.
she had a cute little dress on and a cute little pink matching purse.
Yeah. Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Last question. What did you think about how Luke said that he didn't go to Watch What Happens Live with Kristen because he told production that he'd rather go without her for a break?
I saw the explanation of him saying we gotta go, and our kids were going for less than 48 hours to New York, and we have to be with the kid in the room. Like it's not a fun trip.
But it's also work.
I know they couldn't get a babysitter. They're gonna ask their mom to go to the New York with them. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if obviously it was worded wrong.
Definitely not husband material.
No, I mean, look, we would have probably made it work.
Yeah, we would have.
It would have been, I mean, him saying, I want to go out to nice dinners and stuff. It's kind of like, okay, you can make that work with the baby. You can
I think
probably
that
make it work.
your priorities are switched around.
Yeah, not, you probably.
How many more times are you going to go to New York City? You're on a Bravo show.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it more, yeah, you could have, we take our kids places and we make it work.
That's why we're yawning right now.
And they were going to take the mom with them. They would have figured something out.
Yeah. Or how about you leave your mom at home with your chid?
Well, why couldn't they do that? Did they say why?
No.
See, I don't get that. I mean, whatever. But if Kristen said we're going to be in the room with the kid the whole time, I would have been.
You can go walk around.
Yeah, don't know.
All right.
What a boring segment of Ask
There's not
Torre
a bunch going on.
I know. This is like really tough. This is why the people just want to see me on your Instagram more in our life.
I have an idea, but you don't know it yet. I'm going to ask you a question later. I haven't decided what it is yet.
One singular question?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a long Instagram post?
It's going to be short, and you're going to have to wait for it.
I think the people want Torre the Bravoholic, but...
You think of ideas.
I told you.
Go post an Indeed and tell our future assistant, to think of an idea for Torre the Bravoholic.
I don't think so. I'm yawning. I got to go.
Or maybe once we get the assistant, I'll have time to think about that.
Our babysitter just texted us that she needs a vacuum. I'm interested to see what happened.
Good luck.
Thank you for listening to Ask Torre.
Wait, do you feel like you're Bo and I'm Stassi ever?
No, because
Okay,
I
good.
have a job.
Exactly. And I do a lot around the house.
That seems like what why did she just ask me that? What is on your, are you like okay?
Mom guilt.
How do you get this damn thing
I
off?
just have mom guilt sometimes.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Thanks everybody.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna go.
See you later.
I'm gonna go.
Go think of an Ask Torre the Bravoholic post. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this podcast posts, because I cannot re-record this, and I'm going to start thinking about getting the assistant and just making more downtime so I can think. Maybe we can add more Torre, more little clips of things, more clips about my life, maybe on Instagram, because TikTok doesn't like allow that. If you're a reporter, they don't want you to post about your life as well. So that's interesting. So if I ever post extra stuff, it'll be on Instagram. But thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We're taking the boys to Paw Patrol Dinosaurs. And then we have a night. Every year our friends do a little golf scramble, but we call it our annual we call it our annual swingers event because it's funny. But we all pair with a different couple every year and wear a costume and go golfing, and then we go out to eat, which is fun. And then we might go to the zoo on Sunday. So nothing crazy going on over here. But and I have a girls' night tonight as well. But thank you guys so much for listening. I love you so much, and thank you for being patient last week with no episode. We are still rolling. We are still going. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend and week.
Okay, I think I've said enough. If you liked what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe, follow, all the things. And that's what Lindsay says.